Hey everyone, it's Melody with Design by Melody. I'm here with a Project Life spread for you guys today, and this is actually a challenge response. So I did a challenge a couple weeks ago on my Facebook page, and it was to use up a almost used up paper collection. Well, I asked for some advice after I did that one, and I said, well, what else? What is the challenge you guys would give me for one other thing that I can do? So Denise, I believe, is the one who actually challenged me, and she said, why don't you do a almost used up embellishment pack thing? So do somewhat of like a grab five, like how Adele on Inky Quill does, but focus on products that are almost used up. So that's what I did. However, I have an issue with just choosing 5. So I pulled out, I think, about 8, but I really probably, I'll tell you what I used. I pulled out one of my primary things that I wanted to use up were those frames, and those are from Fancy Pants Down by the Shore, and I had 2 full frames and one that had kind of cut up. I also pulled out, of course, my Simple Stories label stickers. That's what you see at the top left of the screen, those red and craft colored label stickers. I also pulled out right here, these are just some miscellaneous cards that I have in my stash, and I'm trying to see if I can use any of those. This is an Ellie Studio one with a tab. And then I have this pile of miscellaneous cards that don't necessarily go with a collection. They may have been little bits and pieces from another collection. This is one from a Basic Gray collection, and then I pulled out a few of the little tiny cut aparts that I had. I also have a pile of Project Life cards up there to the top right, and those are the Strawberry Edition ones. Those are the ones I just got. So I'm going to use those to fill in my 3x4 pockets, but I'm using all these little miscellaneous cards to see if I can use any of them, of course, and then also cut up some of the other ones. So you're going to see me use a couple of these different ones. I'm just kind of flipping through first to see what colors are drawn, grab my attention. Wow, I can't even talk. Grab my attention, and which ones just don't really fit. And then these are those cards, like I said, from Basic Gray, and there was only about 4 or 5 of them, so I was trying to decide if I can use any more of them. I'm just going to end up using that one with the speech bubble in the bottom right. So I'm trying to determine which cards I'm going to use. These are the Strawberry Edition ones, as I said. This is the very first time that I'm going to end up using these. So the color scheme that I was going for were kind of teals, navies, and then pops of coral or pink. So you'll see me use those throughout this layout. Back to the embellishment packs that I pull out. I pulled out this Imaginis die cut cardstock shapes. That's the little pile of die cuts that has the detour sign on top on the screen here. And then I also pull out my Dear Lizzie sticker book. My Hello Forever cork pieces, which are at the very, very top of the screen. You can barely see it peeping into the screen here. And then I pull out my Snap Life documented word stickers. I think there were 8 sheets that came in the pack, and there are 2 of them that are almost completely demolished. So I kind of keep those at the ready so I can try to use them. I really like using word stickers, and I might as well go ahead and finish up a pack of them while I'm using word stickers if at all possible. When I was flipping through this strawberry pack when I first got it, I noticed that there were a lot of navies, and I really like the navy colors, but I don't use it very often. I really like navy and pink together, but navy and teal looks really nice together too, so that's kind of where this color scheme came from. I really like this tabbed card. When I use tab cards, I have to make sure that I'm using the front side of the page protector, because that's where at least on a Design A page protector, that's where the pockets open on the top on the front. And so unless I'm using it on the top row, I have to make sure that I use the tab on the front of the page protector versus the back of the page protector. The color scheme kind of came from the photos. So these are just miscellaneous photos from this month. This is May of 2015. Not a whole lot went on that month, but we had a lot of random pictures of just things we did in our daily life. So that's what this is. The top 2 photos are of Kaylin and Ernest at the airport, on the picnic tables below the observation deck, and they were eating lunch one day. They sent these pictures to me when I was at work. And that's where the color scheme came from. If you look at Ernest's shirt, he's kind of got a corally colored Under Armour shirt on. And then Kaylin has, what do you call them? Are those baseball tees where it's like white on the front, and then he's got the 3/4 length sleeves that are navy, and then it's got the red collar. So that's where the color scheme came from, were their photos. And then funny enough, the rest of the photos pretty much coordinate with that, except for the red shirt that Kaylin has in the middle row. Moving on to the next photos, I could tell you what those are while I'm just flipping through supplies here. The photo in the middle to the left is of Kaylin helping me make pizzas one night at home. And then the photo to the right is just one day at lunch at Chick-fil-A. So at this point in time, Kaylin was still in preschool, and we would pick him up from preschool about 12:15, and we would all go to lunch together as a family, and then I would go back to work. His preschool was like a quarter of a mile from my job, and Ernest works at the Y that's about a quarter of a mile from the preschool, so we were all in the same vicinity, and it was just really nice. He would pick him up from preschool and take him home, but before that, we would all meet up for lunch, and that was just really nice and special, and that's not something we can do anymore now that he's in kindergarten and he's in school, but at the time, in preschool, it was really a nice thing that we could do. And so we have a lot of like random lunch pictures because we would either take a lunch picnic somewhere or get Chick-fil-A or something like that. Then the two bottom photos are of Kaylin playing on the playground at his preschool. I think this was a day we had like a school party or something like that. So we were at the school, and he was just out on the playground for a little bit. And so this is a little bit of that frame, and it says Dream Big, and it's got navy and kind of a lighter blue and some yellow stars on it. And I really like the background on this bottom right card, but I didn't really like how much white space was around the photo. So I'm going to layer up a few bits and pieces here in a moment to kind of cover up a little bit of that white space. I don't mind it showing some, but I felt like it was too blank around the photo. The photo was just a little too small for it. On the left card, though, I'm really loving this tab card, and it was really kind of the jumping off point because it has that teal and that navy. It doesn't have any of the corally pink, but I'm adding that pink heart to kind of help that. And then in that Imaginease die cut pack, there was a dark blue geotag. So it looks really nice there, and it just says, "This is true happiness." So put the geotag right before that. Now, since the geotag is empty, it was overlapping the photo, and I didn't like the photo looking through that little part. So I layered a grid sticker from the Simple Stories snap label stickers, just to kind of create a nicer looking background behind that geotag. And all it does is cover up a little bit of the busy part on that photo. Now, frames, I have a difficult time using frames. I like the way they look, but I just don't typically use them as frames very often. So just like that Dream Big one that I layered in the bottom, I cut apart the other frame, the white frame that had the two little banners with the word memories, and it's in that teal lighter blue color and the navy, so it fits in perfectly with the color scheme, and I just layer it over my little journaling spot here. Continuing to go through all the different little embellishments that I pulled out, and I thought this one sticker would look really good, but I don't like the way that, since it's too wide, I had to cut it in half, and I don't like the way that the ends of it are, but I didn't want to cut it up. And I think it says enjoy each and every day, I think is what it says. I had that little hello frame that I had made, but I just didn't like, I don't know, there was something about it that I didn't like. And it was just from a little 2x2 cut apart that had been on a different card at some point. It was in a, I think I got it in a rack from someone. So I feel like something should go under the Celebrate, and I'm thinking Celebrate Today because of that One Today sticker, but it just was, I don't know, it just didn't look right to me. This is probably the card I struggled, actually it is the card I struggled with the most. And it's so simple. It's funny. It's just a filler card, and I had really big issues filling it up for whatever reason. So I'm looking through these word stickers, and I'm just going to put them on a couple different places. The top one, this top right photo is done. It has the geotag on the cork piece, and then it has just another ordinary day on that sticker, because that's all this is just another ordinary day. I'm also going to add I just added a word sticker above the, on the top of the journaling card, the one that says memories. I added a word sticker that says the real story, and my journaling just says just a few of our regular activities: lunch at Chick-fil-A, time at the airport, playing on the playground, and helping mom with dinner. Kaylin loves to help me cook if at all possible. He gets kind of bored if it takes too long, but he really likes to actually help me cook. So having dinner that we can make together is perfect. So homemade pizzas is one of those types of meals that he loves to help me cook. Here I am filling in a little bit of that open white space on that bottom right card. And I'm just cutting out this one Project Life card that said on a sunny day. And I want to say this is from an Echo Park cut apart sheet from a while ago, like maybe Fun in the Sun or Sunny Days. I can't remember what the name of the collection was, but it's it was actually probably one of my first collections that I purchased, and I got it from Hobby Lobby, I believe. So I'm just kind of filling in, and it still leaves some of that white space, which again is totally fine because I didn't want to cover up that total coral border that was around the white space, but I didn't want to leave it totally empty either. And I chose the orange that says on a sunny day because it pulled in just a little bit of that orange that's around the journaling card that I created. Just a few more things and then I'll be done with this layout. It was really kind of easy to work on this. So if you guys struggle with Project Life, I found it easy to just pull out a small collection of supplies to use on the spread. I already had my photos kind of picked out. Whenever I print my photos, I separate them. So whenever I'm ready to work, I just pull out one set of photos and I know that that's one page. Using another little piece of a frame up here on the top, and I'm adding just a little caption that says airport picnic time. And then I'm going to add that yellow heart from that Imaginisce die set here, or die cut pack here, and I'm going to add it right on top of Ernest's arm. And I'm going to use another word sticker that says you and me. And that pretty much finishes this up. Oh, that celebrate, the word sticker I put is people we love. So it says celebrate people we love. And so I ended up using a couple of the cork pieces, a couple of the die cut pieces from the Imaginisce set. I used a sticker from the Dear Lizzie sticker book. I used a few little bits and pieces that I had sitting around, like those, a lot of those little miscellaneous Project Life cards or like journaling cards that are cut apart from different things. And it was just kind of nice to have all these out together, and it was easy to work on. I didn't use up any packs except for the frame. I have one frame left, so that's going to kind of go in my used up pile, and I'll add the frame. See, the only frame I had left was the white one and then this one. So I'll put that frame in my storage and then I'll be done with that pack. So thanks so much for joining me. I hope you guys are having a great day, and if you struggle with Project Life, pull out a couple of supplies just to use, and it might make it easier because you reduce the amount of product that you're pulling from and you just have a small collection of things. It's almost like making your own little homemade kit. So anyways, thank you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.